Have you found yourself suffering from some misfortune? Ready to turn that around and put the pieces back together? Well, join me for a metaphysical study of Psalm 3, Recovering from Misfortune. Psalm 3, verses 1 to 2 from the King James Version. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah. At the start of this psalm, David cries out about being surrounded by enemies. Metaphysically, this can be interpreted as feeling overwhelmed by circumstances, thoughts, or challenges that seem insurmountable. These enemies are not just external, but also internal. Our doubts, fears, and limiting beliefs. When it says, many rise up against me, it symbolizes the multiple negative thought patterns or external situations that we perceive as obstacles. The key here is perception. From the perspective of ego, it looks like we are being attacked. But from the perspective of spirit, there is always divine help available. Psalm 3, verse 3 from the King James Version. But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. Here, David shifts his focus from the problem to the solution. The Lord, in this verse, represents infinite intelligence, the one power, the divine source that protects and elevates us. The shield symbolizes divine protection. Infinite Spirit covers us from all harm when we align our thoughts with divine truth. The phrase, lifter up of mine head, reminds us that when we turn our attention away from the perceived trouble and lift our awareness to the divine, our perspective shifts, and we are elevated above the seeming misfortune. Psalm 3, verses 4 and 5, KJV. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah, I laid me down and slept. I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. This is a powerful affirmation that when we cry out to the divine, we are always heard. The holy hill symbolizes the higher state of consciousness, where infinite intelligence resides within us. When we rest in the knowing that we are sustained by divine presence, we can sleep peacefully, which is symbolic of spiritual rest, faith, and trust. Upon awakening, we find that we have been sustained and supported by the divine throughout the challenges. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about. This verse emphasizes faith and courage. Even when it seems like there are countless challenges, whether external circumstances or internal thoughts, we are reminded that fear is unnecessary. When we are aligned with divine power, no amount of opposition can truly harm us. Metaphysically, the 10,000s can represent the multitude of troubling thoughts or overwhelming situations. However, infinite Spirit transcends all limitations, and nothing can stand against the power of the divine in us. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. In this verse, David calls upon the Lord for salvation, trusting in divine intervention. Metaphysically, to smite the enemies and break the teeth of the ungodly means that the negative thought patterns or external influences that no longer serve us are disempowered and dissolved by the divine presence. The ungodly represents anything out of alignment with the divine truth of who we are, any belief in lack, fear, or limitation. These false ideas are rendered powerless when we turn them over to infinite intelligence. Psalm 3, verse 8, KJV. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. This final verse reminds us that true salvation, freedom from misfortune, inner turmoil, and suffering, comes from our alignment with the divine. The blessing that rests upon us is the eternal truth of our divine nature. We are always blessed, no matter the outer appearance. When we tap into this knowing, the blessings flow into our lives, restoring us to harmony, peace, and abundance. Now join me in the following affirmative mind treatment or prayer. Infinite Spirit, I recognize you as the one true source of all that is good. I know that you are my shield, my protector, and the lifter of my head. Even in the face of challenges, I align my mind with your perfect truth, knowing that nothing can truly harm me. I release all fear, doubt, and worry, and I rest in the peace of your presence. I affirm that any appearance of misfortune is only temporary, and in this moment, I choose to elevate my thoughts to the higher truth of divine love and infinite power. I declare that no matter the seeming obstacles, I am guided, guarded, and sustained by the divine. As I lift my consciousness, I know that every challenge is dissolved in the light of truth. The enemies of fear, limitation, and doubt are powerless. In their place, I accept the fullness of my divine inheritance, peace, joy, abundance, and freedom. I give thanks for the blessings that are now flowing into my life. I am whole, I am free, I am safe, and I am victorious in the knowing of who I truly am. And so it is.